Hey guys! Enjoying our reaction videos? If you are, please click the link to the reacted video in the description and show the creator lots of support. Thanks guys!
Okay guys, it's the December Top Iconic Moments in Dragon Ball. This is numbers 11 through 5, the third edition of the series. I'm just absolutely loving this. But again, it's TFS, so that goes without saying. But it's been fun for me that the vast majority of these moments I do recognize. So that makes it really cool. And again, I said it before, that's a testament to you guys. You guys have done a really good job of getting all the Dragon Ball information to me. Now I do at some point, though, I got to admit, I want to sit down and, even if it's on my own, just to be able to discuss, enjoy Dragon Ball more with all you guys. At some point, I need to find the time to just start watching the series from the very beginning. Because I'd really like, again, I'll probably have seen the vast majority of it in clips, but it's just like you get so much into the series and these characters, I just want more and more ways to interact with it. It's like you never want it to end. It's that good. And I never would have imagined that when I started watching DBZA. I never thought I'd get this into anime, but these characters are easily, the Dragon Ball characters are my favorite characters of any story, TV show, whatever form of entertainment I've ever encountered. So let's see what 11 through 5 are. And I almost turned off the camera randomly for some reason. Let's see what 11 through 5 are, and if I can keep my streak of knowing what's going on going.
11. Easily the most selfless and
dramatic
moment in Vegeta's life.
I definitely know this one.
And it amounts to absolutely nothing!
Well, I mean, it doesn't kill Boo, but it does bring Vegeta's character arc to a close.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he gets a neat statue of himself. Mama can put it out in the living room, scare burglars away, grind against it, weird freaky sh**.
I don't get it. How do you turn to stone after you blow yourself up?
Anime.
These guys are good. Do some real freaky shit.
This moment truly is a classic, even if it's undercut by doing effectively nothing to defeat the villain.
It's his acknowledgement that he has truly grown to care for this world and the people around him. It's a beautiful, powerful moment.
That doesn't necessarily make up for the numerous times he's everyone over.
Come on,
Come
it
on,
does.
the guy nearly brings about the end of the earth
Kind of.
4 times, and somehow he's a villain.
Good night, sweet prince, and flights of Cell Jr. sing thee to thy rest.
I'm surprised it's only at 11 though. That was a really cool
Vegeta's
moment.
not blowing himself up this time.
This time he's blowing someone else up in what is probably one of his most, if not the most, badass moment in the show.
It
Oh,
sort of
okay, I
feels
saw-
like a
obviously
return to
saw
form
this.
for him. You know, until Android 18.
Between some classic quotes and utter domination of Android 19, this scene is the perfect way to reintroduce the Prince of All Saiyans.
Also, this is the first fight we see where Vegeta actually defeats an opponent that Goku couldn't handle himself.
What? How does that count?
That's true. That's something else. There's a lot of these segments, though, that watching these top iconic moments things makes me want to watch them again. A, because of my failing memory, and B, still some of them were early enough on. I wasn't getting the full gist of the characters and sometimes what the specific fight meant, you know, within the framework of the whole story. I remember this fight against Android 19. I'd like to watch that one again.
That Goku couldn't handle himself.
What? How does that count? He was having a heart attack.
I'm taking this.
The prince is back, baby. With a bang.
With a bang.
Okay, that's acceptable.
These guys are good.
All right, Kaiser, go ahead.
I love the scene. It's my favorite.
Well, to be fair, there's a lot to love. Frieza has miraculously returned, stronger than ever.
Those creepy
and is
nipples.
on planet Earth seeking revenge.
With the Z-Warriors all paling in comparison to Frieza's power and Goku nowhere to be found, their only savior is this mysterious
Trunks, who shows up
That
by
was cool.
dicing all of Frieza's men, turning into the second Super Saiyan of the entire series, takes his most devastating attack head on, and then proceeds to butcher Frieza and eliminate his short
I did like that.
Plus accompanied by a
Well,
special, albeit plagiarized, piece of music
again.
and everything.
Speaking of King Cold, he does kind of
I
just
keep saying that kind of goes
show up
without
to
saying.
die,
I liked
doesn't it?
everything about
It's
Dragon
actually
Ball.
a pretty good fake out. You think this arc might be about Frieza's revenge, but nope. Time traveling robots.
Cyborgs, to be exact.
Nobody cares.
Jinzaganan, Jinzo Negan, Jinzuningen. Oh, f it.
Okay. It's just so cool that 18 ended up
Christmas
with
miracle,
Krillin.
or
That
so
just-
they say, and Piccolo's heart grew 3 sizes that day.
And then instantly imploded due to Nappa's attack.
Piccolo's sacrifice
Oh,
here
yeah,
is
yeah.
the perfect cap to his character arc, which we see begin with his training of Gohan.
It's also a huge dramatic moment because this is,
One of
once again, the
it's
end
funny
of
they
the
talk about his training of Gohan. One of the earliest memories I have as far as catchphrases and specific lines, one of the earliest ones I remember absorbing from this series was dodge. So that whole Piccolo training Gohan thing is always going to have a special place in my heart.
huge dramatic moment because this is, once again, the end of the Dragon Balls, as far as we knew anyway.
Between its beautiful animation and huge impact, this moment may be Piccolo's best.
It's also one of the first scenes that comes to mind when you think of the Saiyan arc.
Thank you, Big Green. You'll always live on in our hearts.
Big Green
And
is
when they
pretty
wish
cool.
you back on Namek.
We don't even need to include the entire fight here. This one shot, standing across from each other, it's one of the most iconic shots of the two rivals in this entire series.
It's the
Which
calm
would
before a wicked storm.
Make it the
leading up to the
iconic
classic
shot of
beam
the series. I
struggle.
mean, these guys are the
Oh,
centerpiece.
Is that on the list? Guys, yeah, we're gonna include the beam struggle here.
Hold on.
Storm, leading up to the classic beam struggle. Is that on the list? Guys, yeah, we're gonna include the beam struggle here.
It also sets a precedence, for better or worse, of how future battles would play out.
Yeah, I remember this
Beam battles.
Endless
distinctly.
banter.
Screaming.
So much screaming.
It all kind of
So
started here
much screaming.
with one of the most epic stare downs known to anime.
Yeah, well, these guys' lists are always awesome. Oh, I hated that.
It's the first time in the series that a main character dies.
Yeah,
And
that
certainly not
sucked.
the last for Krillin.
It's also the first time we see Goku
The
in a
green
pure
lizard looking
rage. He cuts contact
peckerhead.
with everybody and then goes on a rampage of revenge, nearly losing his own life in the process. Rampage!
That was cool
It's a
though.
somber, grim moment.
I mean,
that
not
sets
Krillin
the tone
dying.
for the rest of the season. Death is
Goku
a big
going
part of this
batshit.
arc, and Krillin starts a domino effect that leads to the biggest, most dramatic season of the series thus far.
Also, Tambourine done kicked in his frontal lobe. That's gotta suck.
Boot to the head.
Ah, why?
Yeah, that one. That was a huge one. I
And
didn't
it's
like
another
that.
villain death.
And another Kamehameha.
That was my boy.
This scene means a lot to the
Oh,
series.
Gohan
It's
defeats
the
Cell
death
was
of
only
Cell.
5?
It's Gohan coming into his own.
And it's Goku finally passing the torch to his son. Until the next arc where he promptly takes
Takes it back,
It's a
yeah.
stunning scene. where Gohan is quickly running dry on power, and Cell is just not giving him an inch.
It takes a combined effort of everyone involved to even get him to flinch.
That
But it's
is some
actually
great
Vegeta
smugness
that
from
ends up
Cell.
finally saving the day. Woo! GG!
Also, the imagery here is some of the best. The father-son
Yeah.
Kamehameha, Gohan walking slowly with one hand raised, Cell's obliteration.
It's a fantastic climax to an unforgettable arc.
That whole Cell saga is just so fucking good. Not only the storytelling, but you guys know Cell is my favorite villain. Anyway, yeah, that's these lists are so much fun. Now it's what? Oh, we got top 4 left. I might be able to come up with some of the top 4, but again, with my damaged mental prowess, I'd have to sit and think about it for a while. But I can't wait to see what the top 4 are going to be. I really liked the whole Frieza saga, but that Cell saga, for a lot of reasons, I really like. Excuse me, like they were just saying, I really liked the conclusion to it. I really liked Gohan coming into his own and being the hero that took him down. But it's just Cell himself, that whole smug, snide, ball-busting character. There's just something that makes it fun to watch him, whether he's on the upper hand or whether he's getting obliterated. In any case, it's still fun to watch Cell, and it's going to be really fun to see what the top 4 are.